and welcome to another episode of Euro Truck Simulator. Right, I have just kind of been looking at different jobs just as we were starting. Basically, I was just taking some hay fever medication. I thought, well, I'll have a look at jobs while I'm taking that. And yeah, I found this job from Salzburg to Verona, which is obviously in Italy, which is somewhere I said I kind of wanted to go. So 300 mile, does the job, 20 tons of apparently used packaging. So looks like a good enough job for us. I did sleep as well before checking for a job. Just there's no point in checking for a job and then sleeping because the jobs will change. But yeah, these are the jobs that we have got right now. So why not do this one? Come on, gate, open up. Yeah, we've got 27 miles to go and pick up the trailer. Oh, it's alright, I've forgotten to change gear once again. This, like I say guys, this truck goes through gears like they're just not even there. It's crazy insane, the power on this truck. Absolutely love it. It is absolutely crazy. Could do with raising the seating position. I feel like the seating position's a little bit low, but that's maybe just me because I've been driving the Iveco for so long. Every truck's slightly different. It's not technically affecting my driving, but I just feel like I'm sat too low. Even if I look like that, it's just I just feel like I'm sat too low. That's all. We have to go this way. I'm going to leave Salzburg again. I think we're going to Salzburg West. Wherever we're going to pick up the trailer, it's an extra 30 mile. Right. We should get through this job relatively quickly. Yeah, I am going to do what everybody was saying as well. You know, like I've been talking about doing jobs without sat-nav just to try and spice things up a little bit. Yeah, we're going to do that, guys, but good idea from a couple of people in the Discord, like, yeah, well, why don't you go back to England to do it, you know, back to the UK. It's easier for me to do from the UK because obviously I'm from the UK. I'm not saying it would be perfect. I'm sure I still get lost in real life, so it's not the end of the world. But, you know, I know they're the major cities, so I know if you're in London, you're going to Scotland, you've got to be following signs for, like, Birmingham and then Manchester and, you know what I mean, right, work your way north. And then exit right. A bit more challenging on the continent, but I do fancy it as a challenge, to be honest. I've got a question though that I'm not actually sure of the answer, so if anybody does know the answer, I would appreciate it. Right, just coughing. Can you turn the sat-nav off on a dashboard? I haven't looked in the settings. I'm kind of a bit late recording today. So I'm kind of just curious, can you turn the sat-nav off
at the roundabout
on the dashboard?
Take the first exit.
If yes, we can do it in any truck. If not, we're going to try and buy the DAF truck over in England. We'll buy like the base model truck without. And we'll basically stay in like the UK for like 1,000 miles. I think that's pretty much how it'll go. It might be backwards and forwards to the same few cities, but you know, no sat nav, bit of a challenge, and we try and grow our confidence from there. I think that's one of the easier things to do. You know, you think about it, there was a time before sat navs. Yes, sat navs make the world a lot easier, but there was a time before sat navs. I remember when I bought my first sat nav, and life was just so much easier. But I'd go from where I live and I'd go to Blackpool for like the weekend and that, and you know, I'd drive there and you know, I'd literally make a list of all the road signs and all the places I'd be looking for on the signs, because obviously where I live you don't just instantly see Blackpool, do you know what I mean? But you don't instantly see like Manchester and Leeds and stuff, you know what I mean? You got to find the other road signs first, and that's how I
time to get the job
thought, well, that's how we'll do it on this series. Picking up in Aldi, are we? Yeah, I'll do it properly. Window down. Right, there we go. I've got to be honest, 20 tons of used packaging when you're picking up from Aldi, I can understand that. Have you ever been into Aldi and seen the people that just, and the staff that just open all like the cardboard boxes and stuff? There must be tons of it. Absolute tons.
To turn right. Turn
Getting
right.
ready to turn right. I am turning right. I'm not waiting. We're just winging it. There we go. Right, so we have 301 miles to go. 7 hours, 9 minutes. We've got 10 hours of drive time. So we've got plenty of time without speeding, but we'll do our usual 4 mile an hour over the limit. It lets us get away with that. Plus, I've got a massive episode of roleplay to record today, so on this, I could do with getting this one done a little bit quicker than
At the roundabout,
normal.
take the second exit.
And if you're wondering what I'm talking about roleplay, if you're new to the channel, it is on my farming channel. We have a separate channel for farming, and that is that's what that's all about. Come on, truck! I changed gear at such the wrong spot. Lovely.
Keep left.
Nicely done. High revs, change into fifth. No, we're already nearly there. There we go. We're in boost on the old turbo and we are flying. I love the turbo animation. Come on, who doesn't love that? That is absolutely fantastic.
Keep left.
Oh, I'm massively speeding here. See what I mean about this truck? It's just so easy. Honestly, it's just so easy to just speed and... Going to single lane. I need to slow down there. Right, we have just entered Germany. All these police cars and not one of them gave me a speeding ticket. I was doing 37 then in a 25. But if I do 55 in a 50, I'll get a ticket. Right, I ain't even going to change gear. We're going to stay in 6th and just use the turbo to build our pressure and our speed and our power. And we've got a slow ass moving car in front of us, just dawdling along like a grandma. Right, there we go. We are round the grandma in her Dacia. I can't even really say. I've actually looked at one point at buying a Dacia. How crazy is that? I looked at buying a Dacia. And then I realised they had Renault engines in them, so I didn't bother. I don't like Renaults. Used to work as a mechanic, and oh my god, Renaults were just awful. They were just so rubbish and unreliable. I nearly swore then. Swearing is the only way to describe a Renault for reliability. It might have changed over the last 10 years, but I doubt it. Garages and main dealers don't make money if they're reliable. You don't realise that a garage doesn't make money if a car's reliable, and a lot of people like myself do use main dealers. Then again, my car has a 7-year warranty, so I have no choice but to use a main dealer. Sorry, a main stealer, because if you ever have to have any work done at a main stealer, they will rob you blind. That's no good. I need to just... Come on. Jesus Christ. Even 4th gear was too much. Yeah, too much. Needed 5th. Right, so we have got... We've already done over 60 miles already, nearly. 55 mile, 56 mile. Yeah, coming up to 60 mile anyway. It's just... Look, see what I mean about the speed? I'm not trying to speed on purpose. Just this truck just... It just goes. It just goes. It goes way too easy. Here we go. 54. But yeah, how's everybody's day doing? Right, and we're now going back into Austria. I've actually, in real life, been on this little stretch of road. It's a wicked little stretch of road. It's... Yeah, you have to go through another country to get here. Basically, there is other ways to go there in real life. It's just they're not very good. You know, they're not the best roads, or they're a massive detour. This to leave Austria, go into Germany, and then go back into Austria is just such a quicker way of doing it. It's mental to leave a country to enter back into. Can you imagine going like into Scotland to do like a little bit of road because it's quicker than actually staying in England? It's just crazy. Although saying that, what's crazy is Mr. Daniel in Discord was like, he sent me a thing. He's like, oh, you travel 25 hours in Canada, you're still in the same place. If I travel, I can hit Germany from where I live, including the ferry, in about 15 hours. It's crazy. I can literally go from like England, France, like, you know what I mean, all these countries into Germany. Depends which way you go, which is why I stopped naming countries. And then he can travel for like 24, 25 hours and still be in Canada. It's crazy, the size of the world. It really is. You know what I mean? Like, Canada is like so big, and I know like places like Texas is the same, but yeah, he showed me like a route map, and I was like, it's absolutely crazy that's still, you're still in the same, what is provenance, is it? I think they call it. Same provenance after like 25 hours. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. You think about it. I'm not talking like in a truck on this game, but if you were driving a car where you've got no rest limit, and you just drove for 24 hours straight, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I genuinely can't get over like the size of like some of the places in the world. Now I know the world's obviously a big place, but yeah, it's just insane, because I don't see it, because I live in little old England. You know what I mean? I live in literally what it used to be the best country on the planet. Let's be fair, we once ruled like a third of the planet, so you can't say, you know, we weren't the best. Triggering a load of people there. I'm now waiting for the Americans to say, yeah, but we defeated you. Yeah, but it took the French, the Spanish, and the Dutch to help you do it. Didn't do it on your own though, did you? It literally took 3 of the other world's superpowers when it came to the oceans back in the day. Obviously, I'm talking like back when ships were made of wood, in order to do it, like. But yeah, it's the world's just a massively crazy place, and I haven't explored a fraction of it compared to how big it is. Well, that is what me and the Dragon Lady are going to do once our youngest is of adult age and got his own life. We're going to travel the world. Simple as that. We are literally going to travel the world, and we're going to start with Europe, and we're going to hit a different country every year. We're just going to basically go to a country every year, like a little holiday. We're just going to work our way through as many of them as we can. I think that's the plan. I'd probably be more than one country a year, like you do. But you know, it's hard to say. Oh, well, you want to do more than one country a year, but if you have 3 holidays a year, you can go to 3 different places, say in France. You can go to 3 different places in, say, Spain. 3 different places. Do you know what I mean? You can't just go to one place in one country and be like, right, I've done that country. You've hardly touched it. Do you know what I mean? You've literally hardly touched it. Oh, sorry guys. I am... I'm trying to multitask here, just proving to every woman out there that a man cannot multitask. Come on, speed and power. I literally got a foot. I literally haven't left 6th gear since I last went into it. I don't really need to. Yeah, we're not massively power there, but we're already speeding now. Literally, put it in 6th and you can just drive. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Love this truck.
Keep left.
You think about it though, right? We don't even have all of the engines unlocked for this truck. You got to be level 25. Also, just want to point out, when I signed in this morning into the game and I was just looking at the jobs and that, our driver, our new driver, I can't remember what he was called. I think he's going to have to be fired, guys, because he's done a second job for us and he's lost us money 2 jobs in a row. The only reason we're still making money is because of the money we're making and the money Irina is making. She's been absolutely fantastic. Just want to put that out there. Irina has been fantastic. And whatever our guy's called is absolutely useless. And I mean useless. He's done 2 jobs and lost us money on both jobs. How can I say he's useful? So I think what we need to do is, I think we need to be hiring a workforce of female drivers. Because as it stands right now, how did we crash? Someone drove into me. Oh, I never did look at that fine one. Someone drove into me, and again, I'm fined once again. Great. It's really bloody annoying when that happens. Someone crashes into me and I get screwed. Love it. Love it. Right, we've got to be coming up to the Italian border soon. We've only got 126 miles to go. There's a photo place here. We may have to stop and look at this photo place, guys, because we need... Oh, this is the border, that's why. Yeah, we need a screenshot. We need a screenshot for today's episode.
Recomputing.
Oh, shut your pie, old woman. I am literally just... That's quite cool. Would have been nice if it didn't say Brenner Pass on it, like. That is such a dodgy photo there, isn't it? That first bit was the best one, but it had that Brenner pass on it, and yeah, it's just... Alright, come on, let's come out of it. We know we need to make a move. We need to make a move. Trailer damage 1%, that's fine. Yeah, I kind of put myself in a bit of an awkward spot there, didn't I? But so we are going back into Italy. You have to do the hand gestures now, guys. When we talk, we have to do the hand gestures that Italians do. I'm in Italy! I wish you guys would see. If this was a live stream, you'd all be taking Mickey right now.
And then exit right.
Or you'd all be laughing. I'm not going through a petrol station just because it's a fraction quicker.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the hand gestures. Especially if we crash now. Right, we want to try and go through the telepass if we can. You know what these trucks are like at changing lane at the very last opportunity. So he's going in that one. We can go into this one. Speed and power. Speed and power. Look at you, you're going to crash into me. If I didn't move then, he was just going to crash into me. I get he had the indicator on, but when I have the indicator on, nobody moves for me. Ooh. Look, main beam. Right, let's just drop that into 6th. We've got a downhill slope. I do believe we've been on this bit of road before. Yeah, it looks that way. 54 mile an hour for the sat nav. We'll build up a bit of extra speed, but that is just cruising speed. How much are we getting paid for this job, by the way? £9,113. Minus the so-called crash we had. That wasn't my fault, but we paid for it. That's fine. We've got 93 miles to go. I love driving in these parts of Italy in the daytime on this game. Like the mountain views and stuff like that, and then the forest that lines like underneath the bridges and stuff. It's just such an awesome view. It's one of the reasons why I love to play this game, do you know what I mean? I just wish we could, you know, keep growing the channel and things like that, but yeah, the game itself is absolutely fantastic. Well, we are doing 54 mile an hour. We are working our way through this job. Like I say, it's not the biggest job in the world. It's just going somewhere I've been wanting to go for a little while. We're at 914 miles. The thing is, we'll drive the Volvo till we can get ourselves back to like England and something like that. I don't mind trying to do the. I might try and do this challenge, just not in England. England would make it a lot easier. I say England, Britain, UK would make it a lot easier, just because I know the majority of the places in real life. So then it, you know, it's more of a challenge just to try and do it without. But all we'll do is we find a job. Say we go from, where we're going to now, Verona. Say we go from Verona to Milan. You just look at all the cities in between, look for them signposts until you start seeing Milan ones, and then when you get to see the Milan ones, you follow them ones. Just a lot easier to do it that way. Oh yes, massively speed. I didn't realise that. See, this is why I don't think we should be speeding anymore. Because I then don't realise when the speed... I don't really look at the sat-nav for the speed. You know what I mean? And obviously if it's red at the bottom on the little bar, then it's red when it lowers the speed limit, so I still don't know when I'm speeding. Just sorting myself out from the old hay fever. Come on, trucks, let's keep moving. I suppose if we did the speed limit, we'd actually be, you know, we'd be like this. Ooh, it's like we're in a little convoy now. I did see some YouTube videos though, guys, of the 1.48 beta. Looks interesting. Looks interesting. Nice suspension upgrades coming by the look of it. So, doing some rework to Germany. I wouldn't mind, but me personally, I think the one thing they should be working on is the UK side of things. Not just because I'm from like the UK. I just think this is like a beautiful game to play on. You know, like the sceneries and the routes and stuff. But I just think the UK side of things hasn't been touched since 2012, and I just think, you know what I mean, it could just be massively I think, to be honest, that the company who made the game, SCS, I think they should work with the Pro Mods team and be like, look guys, you create us new extensions of what we've already done. So like Pro Mods UK is a lot better than just the base game UK, so give them that to bring into the base game, because it would save the company loads of time and effort and money to doing this. They could, you know, they could get all the credit and things like that. I just think it should be that way by now. I do, I really do, because Pro Mods is so good, but every time there's an update we can't play Pro Mods, or we have to downgrade so we can't play the update, which just sucks. You know what I mean? Like when 1.48 comes out, we'll have to wait weeks before playing Pro Mods, or we have to continue playing 1.47. You know what I mean? It just sucks. That's the only bit of this game I really don't like. I think it's like, come on, pro mods, work with the company work with pro mods.
Right.
You don't have to rework other places. Let pro mods rework places, add more places. It's like pro mods could add new places to the UK, and it could just automatically come out in the next update. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't have to wait weeks for a game update so you can play pro mods again. And I just wish that was the thing that could be done. Now I don't know why it can't be done. There's probably something why it can't be done. Probably some crappy legal thing. But you know what I mean? I personally just want to play pro mods. I just want to play the game with pro mods. And yeah, that's just my input. You know, it's just my opinion. Again, opinions like assholes. Everyone's got one. You know, Americans think they're from the best country on the planet, you know. Obviously, the rest of the world disagrees, but, you know, Americans are deluded.
Turn left.
Start that argument of, you know, America will ban a Kinder Egg because of a choking hazard, but they'll let a school get shot up. Sorry, priorities are a little bit wrong. I would never want to live in America. It's quite simple. I wouldn't ever, even if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't live in America because it's just not worth it. And alright, you can say to you, oh yeah, but you could send your kids to private school. You could. Guess what? Doesn't mean they're any extra safer than a public school. Let's be honest. Just because you pay for something doesn't mean it's better. The world just proved that with a so-called submarine who, you know, bunch of billionaires who had more money than sense. Because let's be honest, it was more money than sense. It's a bit of a touchy subject, but you'll get no sympathy from me.
Right.
You were warned not to go and you still went. Can't really say much more than that. You know what I mean? That's like going to the moon without a, you know, and opening a window on the moon.
Turn right.
You know you're not supposed to do it. Why did you do it? And I think they should just leave the Titanic alone. It was a tragedy 100 and odd years ago, and it's a tragedy again. And it was yet another one that could have been avoided. Quite simple. I'm quite blunt when it comes to that, guys. You know what I mean? There's plenty of footage of it. You know, professionals have been down there. If you have to sign a death right waiver to go somewhere, you already know there's a 50-50 chance you aren't coming back. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a death waiver, would there? Let's be honest. Now, I know, like I say, it's a bit of a touchy subject. I'll probably upset some people for saying that, but you know what I mean? Like druggies. Druggies get no sympathy from me when they croak it or overdose. Yes, it's terrible that they got addicted to start with, but unfortunately, you know, there are help out there, but most people don't want it. You know? The only time I ever feel sorry for certain people is like those who get addicted to like pain medication and that, especially over in like America. You guys get addicted on some super strong stuff. Right, we have done a level 24, so yeah, we get new engines at level 25, but I don't think we'll be driving the Volvo then. Here in this town, there is a rest place and a repair garage, which is just around the corner. Now, what I want to do, guys, is I want to show you what this guy is doing to us for money. He's literally costing us money every day, and I want some opinion on if we should fire him and hire another woman. I think we should hire another woman. But, you know, I always take people's opinions into account. I may not, you know, we may not do it. You may say, yeah, get another woman, and we may not do it. But, you know, it's something we're talking about. It's a discussion. I think we hire another woman because the bloke we've got working for us is a letdown. And no, I'm not talking about me, Daniel, before you even think it. Yeah, guy who creates these videos is a letdown. Near him now, thinking he's funny. Although, to be fair, dude, your new little puppy looks well cute, to be honest. I'm glad you shared that image of the dog you're getting. Right, driver manager. Now, if you look, they're not earning us a lot of money. Look, they're not losing us a lot of money, right? So this is the thing. Look, Irina she's fantastic. Look at her go. Earning us this amount of money a mile, that much a day. This idiot, his photo's too happy. I just want to punch him. Apparently he's resting. Why are you resting? You're not making me any money. Look, show log. He moved empty barrels from Graz to that place, 308 miles. He lost me £311. He then couldn't find a job back from there to Graz, 308 miles, and lost me that much money. He has literally lost me £1,000. The guy's an idiot. The guy is an idiot. And I think it's maybe time to fire him and possibly hire another woman. She's got 2 now on there, so these are the ones I like to go for. Because if you think about it, that guy had 2 of these bars. He would have cost me more money in fuel if he didn't have economical driving. So we've got her there. Sorry, but he just looks like a bit of a nonce. We've got Caitlin here. She's got longer driving. Not great there, but she does do like... And she can also carry explosives. Or does that mean she's just got an explosive attitude? An explosive personality. Nope. Oh my god, look at Ivan. Yeah, so let me know what you think. We've got Lucy over here. But the only guy we have working for it is a letdown. Katrina. Oh, she's got one of them and explosive. So yeah, you know, there are other drivers out there, but he's cost me £1,000. And yes, I know in theory he can get better, but how much money is he gonna lose us before he pulls his finger out of his ass? That's the thing. But I am gonna leave this episode here, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will be back tomorrow with another one, and until then, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.